kind of started out as a mustache, right? Just, it was all my dad and I could kind of muster up to join him in the fight, and more and more people started taking notice of it. I mean, from there, we kind of decided to have an event. I knew I was running the New York City Marathon, so I thought I'd have kind of some sort of a platform to raise money and awareness, but we thought we'd raise, 5, 10, 15,000 would be exciting. And now we're sitting here today, we just reached $50,000.
The night before GJ's surgery, he went in to freshen up, came out, had just a mustache. And Colin was like, what's with the mustache? And he said, I'm not going back to work right away. I can do whatever I want with facial hair. So Colin jumped on the opportunity to join him in that. George joined him in that.
And we each got some pretty nice stashes going. And then Colin came up with the idea of StacheStrong and it being a mentality and a way of living life. He says it's based on the way I am, but I think they've been a lot more StacheStrong than I have.
I always say it's a lifestyle. StacheStrong isn't a mustache. It's a way of how you're attacking every day the way GJ does. It's a way that when you're told that you have an incurable disease, you have a brain tumor, you have GBM4, the expected rate is 10 to 15 months, you say, I'm not worried about that. I'm going 16 months. I'm going 16 years. You do more than what's told is your expectancy or what's expected of you. You live StacheStrong.
I hope they see that kind of the way I'm living of, don't get defeated by getting a diagnosis like this. You can still live your life and be StacheStrong and fight against it. So just want someone that comes on our website, sees all the different stories and realizes there's still hope. Don't let this diagnosis defeat you.
A year ago, if I could have found somebody to talk to who had a loved one that had survived it, that would have given me a whole lot of hope in my darkest days. So I hope that we can now be that hope for somebody else.
What StacheStrong has done is really provide for people that were in the boat when Colin called us.
A year ago, we were in the darkest place possible, and we didn't have a StacheStrong that we found, and I almost wish we did, in the sense of finding an organization or someone we could just reach out to and be like, what do we do? If you hear about StacheStrong or you find our website, you're going to get hope. You're going to be ready in the fight against whatever you're dealing with, and you're gonna learn about GBM. And that's an opportunity we didn't get, but I'm over the moon about the opportunity of providing that to someone else, because I think that is the single greatest thing about StacheStrong. I hope we find a cure to this disease. But what we're gonna really do is have families have a little hope.
People meet him and they're like, you have brain cancer? You don't seem it, you don't let it slow you down. He's always had that mentality in life. He's always been a go-getter. You couldn't have picked a better person, a better speaker, a better motivator, whatever you wanna call it, to be at the forefront of StacheStrong than GJ.
I expect to live to an old age, kick cancer's ass, as I've said many times, but also StacheStrong. I want us to continue growing, continue raising awareness, but at the same time, I hope eventually there's not as much of a need for StacheStrong and that a cure has been found and we get rid of this terrible disease.